Well, good morning everybody, and welcome to my channel Simply Espresso, coming to you this morning from the northeast of Scotland. So, basically I'm doing a video here on the Puristika this morning, and it looks like we have finally got a fix for the group head not heating up when you first switch on the machine. So this fix has taken about 3 months to arrive, so perhaps a little bit delayed. But I installed the fix yesterday and I put on the machine this morning, and lo and behold, the group head is hot. So first impression is it looks like this fix has worked. I've also noticed as well, I mean, I don't know if this is related, but the boiler has been a lot quieter as well on startup after installing this fix. As I say, I'm not sure if that's related, but I did notice it, just a point to mention. So what I'm going to do with this video is just give a little introduction into the issue, and what I'll also do is show you some tools that are essential for doing this fix, and then we'll go up to the Puristika and take a look at some of the parts, and I'll explain what needs to be replaced, etc. Right, so first of all, official statement from ECM, and this is a letter that I got from them. It says here, in the first production series of the new Puristika single boiler machine, there are few machines in which a small amount of air can gather in the boiler. This can happen, for example, when the boiler cools down or when the water tank hoses are connected and disconnected. If an air bubble gets into the inlet of the brew group, it may become trapped and thus interrupt the thermosiphon effect and the resulting water circulation. As a remedy, a 5 centimeter long Teflon hose is used as a so-called dipper in the boiler to prevent air from entering the brew group inlet. In the future, the dipper will already be installed in the machine while manufacturing. If this should occur in your new machine, you will find detailed instructions on inserting the silicone hose below. Okay, so that's just an official word from ECM. Right, okay, so I'm just going to now talk a little bit about just some of the tools that you're going to need, and obviously just a few safety tips as well. So before you do anything, if you do have this issue and you want to fix it, obviously switch off the machine and make sure you don't have anything connected when you start working on it. And secondly, of course, it goes without saying, get permission from your retailer to open up the machine. I think it's a good idea to do that before you do any work on the machine, just to get the go-ahead from your retailer. Okay, so obviously the first thing you'll need to do is obviously open up the machine. You'll take the cover off, and for that you're going to need this here, which is just an Allen key set. And the size of the Allen key is this one here, one of the smaller ones. And essentially, there are 8 screws in total, so 4 in the front and 4 in the back, and it's just a case of just unscrewing them, and the job is good one. But yeah, so you need that Allen key set to do that. So the next thing you're going to need is a spanner. And this is a 17mm spanner. So the part that needs to be replaced, you're going to need to unscrew a nut at the top. I'll show you guys in a bit where exactly it is, but the 17mm spanner is the correct spanner to use to adjust or to release the nut. And last but not least, tool you'll need is a 14mm spanner. So the 14mm spanner is used to unscrew this bit here, which is part of the fix. That is at the bottom of the nut that you unscrew with the 17mm spanner. Again, I'll show you a bit exactly where it is. So this part you've already got inside your machine. The actual fix itself, as the notes suggested, is a Teflon hose, a 5 centimeter Teflon hose, which is inserted into this hole here, and it goes down into the boiler, and that solves the issue of any air becoming trapped, according to the notes. So yeah, on my fix, I decided to just keep this part that I already had on the Puristika and just took out the Teflon hose from here and inserted it into the other unit. One word of advice, if you do decide to take out the Teflon hose, is it is extremely difficult to get out just straight off the bat. I would heat it up first or put it in some boiling water, and that should help loosen it a little bit so that you can pull hard enough to take out the hose. So just a friendly tip on that one. Okay, so that's all the tools that we need. So what I'm going to do next is just go up to the Puristika, and I'm not sure how the video quality is going to come out, but I will do my best to show you guys exactly what needs to be done with the fix. Okay, so back in a second. Okay guys, so that's us looking into the inside of the Puristika. Excuse me. So yeah, apologies for the video quality. I hope this comes out okay and you guys can see everything. And also, excuse my fingers if my fingers get in the way. Right, so the bit that we're going to be looking at today is this bit here. As you can see, that leads into the group head. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your 17mm spanner, and you're going to want to loosen this big nut here, just here. Basically, if you loosen it enough, it will, you'll just be able to pull it up along here and rest it up top here. So that's the first thing you need to do, is loosen that nut. The next thing you need to do is you need to be able to move this piping slightly out of the way. I found it easiest if you lift it up and then across just a bit to the right, and that worked for me fine. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to be doing, so underneath this big nut, this bit here right at the bottom, you're going to need your 14mm spanner, and you're going to need to unscrew basically what I showed you earlier, this piece here. So this piece will come out, and then you'll either be able to just take the new piece and just put it in with the dipper at the bottom, so it just goes in straight down. Or, as I said, alternatively what I did is I kept this original piece and I basically just inserted the Teflon hose in there. And then it's just a case of just making sure everything is tight and making sure that there's no leaking as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just pause it here and just do a leak test, just to make sure that there's no leaks. So yeah, so I hope that explains it. What I've said explains it well enough for you guys. If you have any questions though, please just post in the comments. Okay. Right, so let's just pause here and I'll be back in a second. Okay guys, so welcome back. I thought I'd just mention as well, I will make 2 videos on this. So this will be part 1. Part 2, what I'm going to be doing is I will be testing this out for a week, and I'll do a daily video just to see if everything's fine with the group head heating up. And I'll put all the mini videos together for the week and then make one video for you guys. I think it's best to test these things. I don't want to be premature and say yes, 100% works. I mean, at the end of the day, it was always a bit of a 50-50 chance. I think one of the key elements is that the group head heats it up from cold, which mainly was one of the problems that I had. It was more in the mornings and when it was cold that the group head wouldn't heat up. Okay. Right, so what we'll do is just do a quick leak test, just to make sure everything is okay. So we'll just do a quick flush, and then what we'll do is we'll use the blind basket and do it under pressure. Okay. All right, so no leaking there. Okay, so that's done. So absolutely no water at all, so everything is secure. So after I've done this video, I'll be happy to put the cover back on. I think that it doesn't look like there's any leaking whatsoever, so that's all good. So guys, so far so good. As I said, I'm very happy that the group head is now getting hot from cold. And I just hope that this fix will be not just for now, but in longer term as well, which is why I'm going to be doing the testing over the course of this week. Okay, and what are really my thoughts on the Puristika overall? I think it's been unfair to say too much of what I think of the machine. I think it's always best to get it working, and it's working fine now. So yeah, I actually really love this machine. In spite of all the quality control concerns that I had with the first machine, which obviously was the lever, the brew lever not working or engaging, or disengaging, I should say, which stalled the Puristika. There was also an issue with the drip tray as well. It's got a magnetic bits on the end, and one of them came off actually. But I haven't had that issue with this new machine that I got from them. Oh, I forgot to mention one other thing, guys. Very quickly, this bit here, right? My understanding is the first few production models, or the first production model, perhaps came, and this bit was in nickel, was nickel plated. Okay, if your bit is nickel plated, this is going to have to be replaced with the brass one. So I'm sorry I forgot that, guys, but it's just to warn you. So if this bit in your Puristika is nickel plated, this will need to replace it fully. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, as I said, I'm very happy with this machine. I think it's attractive. I think it's compact. It fits perfectly in my kitchen. I like the reservoir as well. I know there's been mixed feelings on that, but I think it looks quite nice, and I like to be able to keep an eye on how much water's left as well. I mean, it's a visual cue, so it's a lot easier to see. And I think that, I mean, obviously if you want to steam milk, I mean, there's other options of other machines that you can buy. But I really like this machine. I love this machine. And do I feel the need to upgrade anytime soon? No, I don't think so. I think the only other machine I would like to get is a traditional lever style machine that I think would complement the Puristika, and also complement hopefully the Mazda Major that I'm looking at modding to single dose, which will be done very soon, guys. Okay, so I think that about wraps it up, guys. I don't think there's anything else I need to say. But as I said, I'm more than happy to answer any of your questions if I know the answers to them. And even if I don't know the answer, I will try and find it out for you. So please leave a comment if there's any questions that you have. And I hope that I've explained that as well as I can. I would have liked to ideally actually do it on the fly with you guys, me actually fixing it, but I thought that would be just a little bit too difficult with the limited cameras that I've got. Okay, guys, so as always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you wish. But as always, have a fantastic day and take care.